Hello and good evening. You are very, very welcome to this evening's celebration, and it is a celebration. And God, we've been celebrating all week. There are 200 events taking place this week for Local Enterprise Week, and we're here for the Local Enterprise Office in South Dublin for the Local Enterprise Awards 2021. And it's great to see so many people in the room. Now, a little bit of housekeeping, and before we go, we're on Zoom, and you're all very, very welcome. I'm going to switch on the ability to unmute yourself, but I will ask, I think everyone's used to Zoom at this stage. So it just makes it easier when we're going to be calling up some of the finalists to have a little wee chat to our virtual stage, that we will be able to just have you unmute yourself and then have a chat. So you're very, very welcome. My name is Noel Davidson and I'm your MC this evening. And I was choosing the music and I was getting very nervous, and I see John Clark. If anyone knows John Clark in the audience there, Ireland's greatest jukebox. Good to see you, John, and thank you for joining us there this evening. So to kick things off, I'm going to pass over to the head of the Local Enterprise Office in South Dublin, Tom Rooney, to join us. Tom, you're very welcome. How are you?
Hello, how are you? Welcome everybody. It's nice to be here tonight in this evening's awards. So thank you for joining us, and we look forward to celebrating these wonderful businesses that we have around the county this evening. But my first duty is, and my pleasure is to call on Councillor Ed O'Brien, Mayor of South Dublin, to officially open our awards this evening. So Mayor, could you please maybe unmute Mayor O'Brien, please?
So the one thing with everyone with their list and the name, I'm looking down through the list and seeing if we can find Mayor O'Brien, but if not, if we've switched on the ability to unmute yourself. So if you are here, Mayor, I will get you to just unmute and say hi, but can't find you in the list at the moment, unfortunately. There's a couple of people, and actually it's probably a good shout out if you might help us out to check that your name is correct. There's somebody there called 35387. That would have been some christening, I can tell you. But you know that people put in their codes or whatever the case may be. So if you right click on your name or just click the little three dots, you can rename yourself there. So if Mayor O'Brien is in the room, we'll get you just to unmute yourself and say hi.
Have we got him?
Just having a look down to the list.
Doesn't look like it.
No,
back to Tom.
So we'll bounce back to you, Tom. Tom, we're going to put the chain of office on yourself, so you're going to be dual jobbing tonight.
We'll come back to the Mayor in a while. So look at welcome to our councillors, our special guests, and everybody South Dublin County Council, Enterprise Ireland, and to the Chamber. And this time last year, Noel, we were all gathered in a hotel for this event. So how much has changed in the course of the year? But it's great to be here celebrating our wonderful businesses and our awards here tonight. The one thing that we have been talking about, and the Mayor is going to, we were talking about it together earlier in the week, is the amount of funding that has gone out to our businesses in the county over the past year in terms of supporting them. But a lot of these businesses have gone on to do great things and have been so very innovative and creative and agile in terms of getting up and maybe catching what was a bit of a wave during COVID, while other people, maybe hadn't had it so easy. So particularly in the area of online trading, we had so many businesses that had responded incredibly to that. And it's one of the areas that, we've seen huge expansion on and huge opportunities. And that kind of followed through in the teams that we had in Enterprise this week. As you said, we had over 200 events across a lot of different topics, and on people's and their resilience and sustaining themselves in business, and bringing in extra digitization into their businesses now that they've gone online and stuff, more about internationalization and global opportunities. And this week as well, we launched a Green for Micro campaign, which is open to all businesses with less than 10 employees. They can get 2 days consultancy from a green consultant. So these are great initiatives that were launched during the week, as long with all the other workshops. But as I said, a lot of businesses here in South Dublin have been making it happen despite COVID, and we have great examples here tonight. Some of these, businesses we're really delighted to celebrate their talent, their determination, and their success, and what they've done and representing South Dublin. They're an inspiration to so many others, and we're hoping anybody else that is looking in tonight that you can see what businesses can do, no matter what the challenges, and how they've made the most of it and grown and been more successful. And to other businesses thinking of starting up, it's always a good time to start a business, and COVID or no COVID, it's still a good time to start a business. So we'd encourage you all, if you have the idea, we're here to help you. So it's also important to mention that all these businesses are very important for our local economy. They all employ local people, our local graduates, school leavers, and they bring in other workers into the county and add to the money that's going around in our economy. So it's really, really important that we recognise, that local businesses are the backbone of Irish economy generally, and no more so here than in South Dublin. So it's really important to say that. But really, it's not really about, it's really about these businesses and their awards. So Noel, I'll pass back to you, and all I can say is the best of luck to all our nominees. It's fantastic that you're here tonight. You're a success already on getting here, but we wish you all the very best of getting further awards and some cash to go along with it. So the very best luck to everybody.
That's fantastic, and thank you very much, Tom, for that. I'm going to bounce this up onto the screen because it is a celebration of entrepreneurship, and I wanted to actually just draw attention to, there's 200 events this week alone, nationwide, 10 spotlight events, but it's really a celebration what goes on all year round. And if some of the events that you've seen this week are booked out, check the local enterprise office websites because they repeat all year round. And it is a celebration, and we're celebrating some awards this evening. You can see actually the live awards behind Tom this evening in the backdrop. I'll bounce you onto the screen there as well, Tom, so you can see it. So these are the awards. The postman might be busy after tonight, Tom.
We will be very busy now. We'll be very busy. We'll be using our couriers all over the city to get these out and delivered on time.
Well, you see, it is regional, so they won't have too far to travel, as they say.
Indeed.
So let's kick things off, and we're going to go through the different categories. We have a couple of categories tonight and a few little surprises in between them. And the first category is food and drink. So the first award tonight for food and drink. So we're going to have a chat with all the nominees as we go through. So rather than put them up on the screen, you get a chance to hear from them themselves as they describe their own business. So as I call you out, you're very welcome to unmute yourself. We'll put you up on the screen and we'll have a little wee chat. So the first nominee in the food and drink category this evening is Ollie's Farm, represented this evening by Ollie Nolan. So Ollie, you're very welcome and congratulations on your nomination. Some fantastic photographs popping in there. So Dublin honey and all lined up in the jars there, which is lovely. Salma's Food. God, it is real food night now. We're all going to be hungry after the first category. So represented by Samaya Moha, and you're very welcome this evening. So Salma's Food is in this category. And then we have Kayla's Kitchen, represented this evening by Paula Hughes. You're very welcome, Paula, and thank you for joining us this evening. And then Third Barrel. So you can see the three guys there from Third Barrel, but represented this evening by Kevin McKinney. So welcome one and all. And lastly then, Absolute Nutrition, represented by Joanne Davey. You're very welcome, Joanne, this evening. So I'm going to leave that slide there because we had a security van deliver the envelopes there to Tom Rooney there earlier on. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, there he is in front of you, absolutely. If you want to unmute yourself there, we'll see if we can find you in the room and we'll bounce you up. Let me see if I can throw you into gallery view and we'll see if we can find our little guys this evening. So where are we? Unmute yourself and then you'll bounce up. There's Ollie. See Ollie. Hey Ollie, how are you?
You know, I'm not too bad, thanks.
Good to see you. So I've got Ollie. Have we got Samaya Moa here? We'll see if we can find you and bounce you up on the screen as well. May not be there. So this is a big shout out to everyone else. You can kind of get how the system's working. So if you're a finalist tonight, make sure your name is correct. Otherwise, we won't be able to see you. And talking about names correct, I see the guys from the Artisan are here tonight. Good to see you. We did the national awards, and of course, I got your name wrong. I'll have been practicing my Italian pronunciation, so we'll practice that for later on. Ollie, I'm going to go to you first. So would you mind explaining your journey to becoming Ollie's Farm?
Yeah, basically, my name's Ollie from Ollie's Farm. Myself and my partner bought a small holding up in the Valley of Glenasmole back in 2012, August 2012, and we moved up here. Wasn't really anything here, just a house and some fields, and probably a few old sheds. And I actually just started beekeeping about 2 months before, maybe even a month before, and I just had one small little hive over in Glenageary, and I moved it up here. And then the following year got another 1 or 2 hives, and basically some of the friends, family, neighbors, they sort of kept saying to me, "Oh, can we have some honey next year? Like with your next sort of crop?" And 3 hives became, I became 5, 6, 10 hives. Then I done the food academy with Super Value. I met Pat and Olive Germain from the Birds and the Teas, and they said, "Oh, you should do the food academy. It's fantastic." So I approached the local enterprise office and got on board the food academy with Super Value, got into a few Super Values, and basically since then turned into a business in 2016, just after I'd done the food academy. And since then I've been basically growing every year up to 180 hives at the moment. Hope to get up to 250 during the year here. So in the small holding as well, we have basically loads of animals, cows, a couple of goats, ducks, hens, a dog and a cat, and loads of bees.
Oh, well done and well explained. And that is some growth. The number of hives that you're at to expanding into it is super. So well done, Ollie, on your nomination this evening. We're joined then by Sam's Food and Kayla's Kitchen. I see Sam's Food here. We're there. And Samaya, how are you? You better unmute yourself there and say hi. Now, it does look like you're unmuted, but I don't know whether your microphone is working. So that's why we couldn't find you. But you can wave at the screen. We can see you there. Now, see, we've got you there now. Try it again. No. So it does show that you're unmuted, but the microphone might not be working. We'll come back to you, though. Don't worry. We'll give it another shot. So I'm going to go to Kayla's Kitchen and Paula Hughes. Hello, Paula. How are you?
Hi, how are you doing? Good.
It's a strange world, isn't it? As Tom said, wouldn't it be lovely to be on a real stage now where we could do this and not have to worry about microphones and cameras and everything, but we'll get through it. Our hashtag in the local enterprise office is making it happen. We're definitely having a go at it tonight. So Paula, tell us a little bit about Kayla's Kitchen.
Great. Well, this is Emmett, my husband, and Emmett and myself founded Kayla's Kitchen 3 years ago, inspired by our daughter and her dietary needs. So my part in the business is from the customer side, the client side, who's too busy to cook, and Emmett does all the cooking. So we're a perfect match at home and for the business. So Emmett does all the food and takes care of the whole kitchen in Kayla's Kitchen. So I'm going to pass over to Emmett.
How you doing, everybody? Well, as you know, we're Kayla's Kitchen. We started with trying to feed Kayla, and we're now feeding the whole country, it seems. What we do is we make the best possible ready meals, and we produce like as big a range as we can, so that people can feel that they can live off our food and survive on our food from week to week. We have customers now coming from all over the world. They buy from us on our website, and we deliver to anywhere in the country on behalf of them. And it's been a real privilege and an honor looking after so many people through the pandemic and the lockdowns and all of the difficulties people have had.
That's brilliant. And Emmett and Paula, congratulations on your nomination this evening and the very best of luck. So Tom has those envelopes there and they'll be opening up now very, very soon. So going to go to Kevin McKinney and the guys from Third Barrel. So Kevin, I think you're in the room there. I think you're down. Yeah, there, we got you there. How are you, Kevin?
I'm very good, and yourself?
Really good. So tell us a little bit about Third Barrel.
Well, Third Barrel, we're a craft brewery based in Bluebell, brewing there since about 2016. It came about in 2013 when me and my buddy Niall, one of the other owners of Third Barrel, set up what's called a gypsy brewery. It's basically having a beer brand without actually having a physical brewery. And we kind of bounced around Ireland brewing in other people's breweries for a few years. So we got to know our trade. And at the same time, one of the other owners here, John, set up Third Circle. And he was doing the exact same thing, bouncing around different breweries. So we came together in 2016 and decided to join forces and build our own brewery. And it's gone from strength to strength. You can't, don't think we could have imagined how quickly we could have grown back in those early days of 2016. We're now one of Ireland's highest rated breweries, employing all of Ireland, but we also export to currently 11 different countries across Europe. We're now in talks as well with the Far East and the US as well, hopefully later on this year. So it's been a tough slog over the last few years, but well worth it. And I'm really happy to be nominated here, just a bit of recognition of all our blood, sweat and tears.
Well done, Kevin, and well done. And a quick shout out. We've kind of found most people and start to change your names to what your real name is, but have a quick look at it there. So we had Jay Davey and it was put together, and that's why I couldn't find Joanne, but we found you now, Joanne. There you are, and we renamed you Absolute Nutrition. How are you, Joanne?
We're not too bad. Hi, Tom. I know. We do feel we've been robbed of the night out, so we're very disappointed because it's usually out for these awards.
I know, absolutely. Now, listen, the inference now is, and of course the pressure is that when the camera goes off and we finish the night, you have to make it a celebration no matter what happens. So, might be a night out. I've already prepared myself
just a little bit.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Absolute Nutrition.
I founded Absolute Nutrition in 2014. The whole concept is we're a snack food brand, a kind of healthier snack food brand. So just we wanted to offer people something alternative, a bit more of a healthy little grab and go snack. You know, a lot of cafes and shops at the time, rightly so, have pastries and bars and chocolate and stuff, but just something a little bit healthier and convenient. And we 4 small kids as well at the time, so always bringing snacks and things with us out and about. And we just saw a little gap in the market. We thought it would be great if you could get these in retail instead of making them or bringing them everywhere with you. So we founded that in 2014, and after a year or two on the Food Academy and supplying some super values, I then pulled James out of his career and dragged him into this business as well. And now we have our own bakery over in Greenoak in Rathcoole for the last 3 years. There's 8 or 9 of us. And we supply nationwide accounts and cafes, and we've a brilliant, thanks to Leo, we've a brilliant new online store as well. So an Irish snack food company, giving something alternative and trying to get across as well the message that healthy is tasty. So, you know, nuts and dark chocolate and honey and all of these things are really tasty and beneficial. So trying to change the way people snack, I suppose.
No, that's brilliant, Joanne, and very well explained. And the very best of luck this evening with the awards. And I'm going to rewind back because I promised I would. We're going to have another go for Sam's Food. Give it a shot there, guys, and see if we can hear you. No, so what we're going to do is we're just going to give you a wave, right? So we can see it. We know you're there, and we'll wish you the very best this evening. So don't worry, the tech will still work at some stage. So Tom, we're going back to old school. Pen and paper. You have an envelope there in front of you. So the winner of the food and drink category, will pass over to you to announce that award.
Okay. And the winner of the food and drink category for Local Enterprise Awards South Dublin 2021 is Paulie Hughes and Emmett Horton from Kayla's Kitchen. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Paul Hughes. So what I'm going to do is going to remove the spotlights there. Let's see if we can find you and bounce it up. Congratulations, Paul and Emmett.
Thank you very much. And Kayla has joined us to accept all of the glory.
Hello, Kayla, and I believe you've been the inspiration behind and the business. So we heard all about that, and congratulations to the 3 of you. And yes, as Joanne said earlier on, been robbed of a night out, but something tells me now the night in there will be a good one tonight.
Well, thanks to everybody, and well done to everybody else for all their hard work.
Well, congratulations. If you're on gallery view and you look around, you are getting a massive virtual round of applause. So congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Now, a quick mention, and this is important to say, that as we travel through this evening's awards, you can pop up in a few places. It's not just the one area, so you'll see that as it goes through. But the very best of luck to everyone this evening, and congratulations to everyone on being finalists. We'll say that first. But great to see Paula and Emmett and Kayla there take away the first award of the evening. So congratulations to Kayla's Kitchen, and represented by Paula Hughes and Emmett and Kayla, their first awards this evening. So we'll move on then on the one to watch. So Tom, you better explain the thought process behind the one to watch award.
Yes, well, these are companies and promoters that we felt that, you know, had gained some very, very great business traction in a very, very short space of time, from, you know, maybe getting their first feasibility to their first, even before they got the priming, they were already making headway, getting the attention of customers and really striking out, and, you know, getting the business in, which within a year. So we felt that these people, well, they've done so much so quickly in such a tough year. They are certainly ones to watch.
Well, we'll give them a little bit of an announcement now and see if we can find them in the list, and we'll spotlight them up on the page. So the very first nominee in this category of one to watch is Purchase Day, who's represented by Yang Tong. Let me see if we can find, are you here? You are, absolutely.
Yes,
so let me, brilliant, good to see you. And we'll put you in as a spotlight. So there you go, Yang, you're very, very welcome. Yang, tell us a little bit about Purchase Day.
Purchase Day founded in 2017 by another two, my co-founders, Meng and Xiang. And Purchase Day currently in Ireland, most of the SMEs, and they are still using manually handwriting purchase order, invoice, customer contact details, or the VAT report. And at the end of months, they're using, you know, hand calculation, really headache for all these things. Or, you know, most of the SMEs currently, they don't have any card payment solutions. They cannot carry the credit card with them all the time. And some of the SMEs, they still don't have any shopping online functionality on their website. So Purchase Day is put all those things together into one platform to help the average people to using the IT solution to resolve their day-to-day headache issues. And our system is designed for the average person. You don't need a really strong IT or the financial background, and all the functionality very easy to use. So this is our Purchase Day.
Well done. And I think it summarizes there in the little icon that's there, your personal finance assistant in your own pocket, like having your own PA. So best of luck tonight, Yang, and congratulations on your nomination. Thank you. We move then to Emma Hederman. Hello, Emma. Stride Bootwear. How are you, Emma?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have all the finalists here this evening. Emma, tell us a little bit about Stride Bootwear.
So Stride Bootwear, I founded, it was this time last year, the idea began. I approached my Leo, and without them, I wouldn't be here, genuinely. I grew up horse riding, and I also worked in fashion. So I've had the great luxury of being able to combine two passions of mine by developing Stride Bootwear. Stride Bootwear is an equestrian footwear brand. Within the 12 months, I have developed a tall boot collection. I have brought it to market. I've been having experience with this sector for the past 10 years. I was in a very fortunate position where, because people have more time during the pandemic, people are out wanting to be with their horses. So my business at the moment is export focused. So I have customers who I've made relationships with in the USA, and they had wanted to buy the samples before they were even finalized. So I've gotten out of the gates very quickly. My samples went to Canada today. So there's a long way to go. It's still early days. My manufacturer is in Portugal, and that has challenges with supply channels across all different sectors. But I hope to start invoicing once I come to July time, to the summertime.
Oh, it's brilliant. And congratulations on your nomination this evening, Emma. And sounds like a really, really exciting business. So best of luck. We'll move on then to Keith Grady. Hello, Keith. Good to see you there. And Sensory House.
Good to see you all. Thank you for having me. Sensory House is Ireland's first sensory manufacturer, and we manufacture all of the equipment needed to kit out sensory rooms in schools, hospitals, and people's private homes. It was born in February 2020, 1 month before we went into this pandemic that we're in. So I've spent the last year developing products that I had planned for 2-3 years' time, and kind of put a positive spin on this whole pandemic and use the time appropriately and efficiently while I can, and not running around chasing after all the different things that happen when you're not in a pandemic.
Yeah, Keith,
so,
I hear you. I mean, somebody said to me a couple of weeks ago, and I never forgot it, why waste a good crisis? You know, it's a good chance to do something. So well done,
so
Keith.
true. Well, I've said it myself a few times. So.
Well, congratulations on your nomination this evening, and the very best of luck.
So much.
And then we have the final person in this category is the guys from Bounce, but represented by Brian O'Mahony. So Brian, I think, is here with us this evening. I'll see if we can find him. I don't see him actually in the list. So Brian, if you are here and you're not listed down, O'Mahony, let's see if we can find you. No, so Brian, I don't see. You do, if you are here under a different name, we understand that, by the way. Charlie Butler has put his hand up. Charlie, if you want to unmute yourself there.
Yeah, I'm here. How are you?
Charlie, I got the name wrong, did I?
No, it's Charlie. So Brian is my co-founder and my better half.
Well, the better half has turned up tonight. So Charlie, tell us a little bit about Bounce.
So Bounce Insights is a consumer insights and data platform. We have been working together for just over 2 years now. It was born out of Trinity College in Dublin. A group of 5 of us came together off the back of another failed startup. We all wear our bruises pretty proudly. And it came off the idea of how hard it is to gather customer data. When we failed that startup, we realized that failed because of a lack of customer validation. So we thought we'd have a crack at solving market research ourselves when we realized how expensive it was, how slow it was, and we thought it lacked the technology to serve both startups and brands alike. So we ended up putting our skills to use from a technology standpoint, and now we work directly with some of the biggest brands across Ireland to reach any consumer for research, but also we license our technology to companies across Europe and North America to help them understand their customers better.
Charlie, I loved your introduction, and it gave me time to change the name to the proper one on the slide. But when you said we were born out of another spectacular failure, you know, it never ceases to amaze me how many people don't get that outside of the enterprise worlds, that failure is part of the game. We learn by failing. And we saw Elon Musk, his 3rd time trying to land the space rocket that they're building at the moment. And they did it last night, and then it exploded about 10 minutes later. And it's all about the explosion and not about actually landing the thing. So I hear completely where you're coming from. So congratulations and best of luck to all our nominations. So a quick rewind. On the one to watch, we have Purchase Day, we have Stride Bootwear, we have Sensory House, and we have Bounce. And I will pass over to you, Tom, to announce the one to watch winner.
One to watch winner I have here in front of me, and it's Stride Bootwear, Emma Hederman.
Congratulations, Emma, and very well done. Now, do you know what? I hope now people saw that recording, because there was the look of surprise. Emma, we'll get you to mute yourself there. We had to share in the surprise there, so you're very welcome back to the screen. How are you after that?
I'm so thrilled, I have to say. Yeah, it's been a long 12 months, and I'm so thrilled.
Well, congratulations, and we wish you the very best with Stride Bootwear. You are the 2021 Leo South Dublin one to watch. So congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Emma.
So the next one is Entrepreneurial Spirit. So Tom, I'm going to leave you on as a spotlight there, if it's okay for the time being, just as we go through this. because I want people to see the trophies behind you that'll be heading their way pretty soon. So our first nomination in this one is Ollie's Farm again. So Ollie, welcome back. We heard all about the honey, so we don't have to go through it again, but congratulations and welcome back. I did say that, you know, it is more than one category and you might see one or two people pop up into different ones. We have Trained In. Now, I love the name. It's brilliant, you know, and we have Saoirse Finucane. So Saoirse, if you're here, I'll get you to say hi and we'll bounce you up on the screen.
Hi, Noel. How are you?
There we got you, Saoirse. This is brilliant. See, once you shout out, we can find you and throw you up.
I make it easy for you.
Thank you very much. And actually, I've just realized something. Charlie helped me out of that one, that if we can't find you and you raise your hand, like if we have the wrong name and you were delegated by somebody else to turn up, raise the hand, we'll find you and we will put you on the screen. Saoirse, congratulations on being nominated in the final category. And tell us a little bit about Trained In.
Well, thank you very much for the nomination. First of all, I'm delighted to be here. It's the first nomination of 2021, so it's great. So Trained In, I suppose, came about. I went out into business on my own in 2018, and I found that as a sole trader, a freelancer, it's literally impossible to get yourself found. So the concept of Trained In was developed as a platform dedicated to training and consultancy providers, giving them a space to advertise their business and their services on a global scale. But there's so much more to it as well. We started running bite-size upskilling workshops last year, and we delivered 180 of them between the 1st of April and the 18th of December. We have about 200 booked in already for this year. And we're also applying for tenders then on behalf of small business and freelancers. So we don't make money unless we generate revenue for the people on our platform. And we've almost 300 people registered at the moment, and we're expanding into the States and Hong Kong at the moment. That's the ambition for 2021.
Oh, that's superb, Saoirse.
Yeah,
and the very, very, very best luck for the future. That sounds really exciting, and especially for the year ahead. And congratulations.
And so, no, just to say, I could not have done anything without the support of the South Dublin Local Enterprise Office, and to Peter and Janice and Rowena and Tom and Justin. Thank you so much, because it wouldn't have been possible without your support.
Well, it's a lovely thing to say. And I'm really surprised that Justin even was able to put his hand up, because he's spinning plates at the moment, running around trying to find everyone and spotlight them up on the screen, and doing an amazing job and helping me out here. So Justin, thank you very much. And Saoirse, well done on calling out the names that sometimes we forget. There's a massive team there in the local enterprise office that are only there to help everybody start up and stay in business. So best of luck with your nomination, and let's see how we get on. So I'm going to bring in Gary Byrne. Now, here's a name from the past. How are you, Gary? Good to see you again. Gary, I remember you from Ireland's Best Young Entrepreneur, and that's not today or yesterday, I can tell you. How are you, Gary?
I'm very well, thanks, Noel. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. Tell us a little bit about Custom Wood.
Okay, so we have a factory here in Green Oak in Rathkill. We specialise in mostly branded wood products. Everything from point of sale to Jesus, so we here all day, Ted, you know, but the main business was sign work, point of sale, awards, anything basically promotional. So over the last year we've kind of expanded our range, so not only manufacturing but outsourcing and importing a huge range of eco-friendly wood merchandise that we brand for other companies, either for promotional use or resale themselves.
Well, brilliant. And congratulations, Gary. It's great to see that the journey has continued from IBYE into the Local Enterprise Award. So the very best luck this evening.
Thanks, Noel.
I'm going to move then on to Safco, and Mohammed Rashid is here. Hello, Mohammed, and tell us a little bit about Safco. Enjoy by Rashid. I love it.
This is the new brand coming up. Good evening, Noel. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
And Tom, Peter, and good to see everybody. And yeah, Safco, I found my background as a chef, restaurateur, and author of the book. Now, I started Safco 2012, and so we are doing very well. And we have a place in Thala, which is now too small. So we got a bigger premises in Kondokan, which is the next week we start production from there, as well as we keep Thala place. So as Kondokan one will be work on under Enjoy by Rashid name, which is some funds we got from Board BIA for branding. And so currently we supply to one of the biggest company in Dublin, which is Press Up Group. I don't know, the Warburger, Dollard, Captain America's, those guys, and also we're exporting to UK and France. And we are planning to start with very soon with Northern Ireland and UK, wide range way as well. So this everything in our division now, because we specialize, I'm specialized in vegan and gluten-free product. Vegan means solely vegan. So we don't do any other product in our factory.
Only vegan, just solely.
Solely vegan and also gluten-free. And so no gluten in the place and no non-vegan product in the place at all. And I don't know any other company in Ireland have that facility. So I'm still sticking on the get that good area. Like, and also the product we do is a high protein, high in fiber, and everything made from scratch. And so this year our challenge to finalize the cheese, vegan cheese. We done the vegan cheese last year, which is not melting. So everything is fine, flavor, texture, taste, everything is good. Now, this year I have 5 internship students from UCD and DIT. So they will have a project to do that finish.
That's super. No, well done, Mohammed, and wish you the very best. It sounds like a very busy year ahead. So great to hear
thank
that.
God.
Success.
Yeah, I got actually my biggest promises in the recession time. Sorry, COVID time. So September last year I signed the agreement, which is finish everything work today. So, and we start production from next week. And also we're going to apply for the BRC. We start on BRC certification. A lot of UK company now looking for bigger product. And it's France looking for container when lockdown is over, like, you know.
Well, the very, very best of luck. And as you said, when lockdown starts to ease and we move out of it, there's some good things ahead for yourself. And lastly, and if you can see him on the screen, he's obviously a motor fanatic. He still took the seat out of the car, big Recaro seats sitting behind him there. It's not a gaming chair. It's a racing chair, isn't it, Owen? So we got Owen Murray is there, and I actually have skipped. No, I saw Owen. I've jumped to him. I'll bounce back to Kilmurray in seconds. So Owen, how are you?
No, I'm very good. How are you?
Really good, really, really good. Now there's a picture without a beard. You have a COVID face on you there, like myself at the moment. So
yeah.
I'm glad you have the name up, because I wouldn't recognize you from that picture. Tell us a little bit about Murray Auto.
So we trade as Murray Motorsports. So we're a motorsports specialist company. So we have distribution rights for all of the leading motorsport brands, and we sell them worldwide. So our website exports 85% of what we sell online leaves Ireland. And last year we sold into 88 different countries around the world. So it's everything you need for motorsport. About a year and a half, we diversified into the home simulator market for people, you know, young guys that want to race at home, or race drivers that couldn't race because of COVID. So obviously that area of our business took off in the last 12 months. So yeah, things are going really well. Obviously it's tough times at the moment, but yeah, we're doing the best we can, and things are going very well for us, thank God.
No, it's super. And we saw it, like when there was when Formula One and some of the higher class, they were doing the online racing,
yeah.
and really took off. So you, like everyone else, have used that word pivot and change your offering a little bit.
Yeah, it was. It literally, we just started on that market about 4 months before, you know, COVID took us all by surprise. So we were just getting established in it, and then you know, it exploded. And now we're one of the leading world suppliers for a lot of the high-end simulator equipment. So we're supplying a lot of professional drivers with all of their equipment. And race drivers now, not only, you know, do they obviously have to practice on track, but they have to practice at home as well. So nowadays, pretty much every professional driver will have their own simulator at home in their house as well.
Super. Well done, Owen, and the very best of luck this evening.
Thanks,
The
Owen.
reason I skipped Siobhan was we're trying to find her in the room. I can't find Siobhan, and Justin is nodding and saying no. So Siobhan, if you are here or somebody else is here from Chemic Furniture, if you want to give us a shout out, we'll throw you up on the screen. But if not, I'm going to do a quick rewind if it's okay. So we are in Entrepreneurial Spirit. And we have Ollie's Farm, we have Trained In, Custom Wood, Safco, Chemic Furniture, and Murray Auto. So the very best of luck to you. And over to you, Tom, to announce the Entrepreneurial Spirit winner.
And the Entrepreneurial Spirit winner for 2021 is Safco, Mohammed Rashid.
Mohammed, congratulations.
Thank you, Tom. This is all your help and Peter help. And thank you so much. I'm delighted.
Well, we got a huge rundown on what you've planned for this year, and it sounds like a very busy year ahead.
Thank God.
And you've moved and expanded premises as well, you were saying.
Yeah, we have a second premises. Expanding means I have a second factory in Clondalkin, so which is the first one in Tala. We're going to keep this for food service, and the retail and the exporting we're going to do from Clondalkin.
Well, super. Well, it's the very best of luck and congratulations this evening.
Thank you, Noel.
No, it's great. It's great to see you. So let's
thank you so much for Noel team and all my colleagues for South Dublin.
Very good. No, it's an absolute pleasure. So, Tom, the next award is the News Award. You better explain the background to this one.
Okay. Well, News is an acronym for Network of Enterprising Women of South Dublin. So this is an award for our women in business entrepreneurs. So it's people that have really as female businesses have achieved some extraordinary results and are a really good example and exemplar for other women in business. And you know, because our network of enterprising women is a very important network and growing network in the county. So this is an important award for the women entrepreneurs in our county.
Super. So we'll go through our nominations for the News Award. So Saoirse, welcome back. We have you in this category for Trained In, and we met you already. So I'll move on and best of luck. Congratulations. We also met Emma from Stride Bootwear. So great to see you and congratulations as well. And now we have Aisling Cullen. So Aisling on Thanks Plants. So Aisling, how are you?
Hi, Noel. I'm great, thanks.
Good to see you. Now we'll bounce you up on the screen there in a second. Aisling, tell us a little bit about Thanks Plants.
Well, we did I did the Super Value Food Academy course in 2019, and then Thanks Plants hit the shelves in May last year. So we started off with 5 stores, and now we're up to say about 45 stores 8 months later. And 4 employees. So it's all going really well, you know, great customer feedback. For anybody who doesn't know what Thanks Plants are, we started off with a range of vegan sausages. So we have apple and sage, sun-dried tomato, and the Frankfurter. And they're made from wholesome ingredients, but they have a meaty texture. So I suppose the point of difference is, you know, you've got your meat substitutes with, you know, quite unusual ingredients like methyl cellulose on the back. You know, where you get with your Beyond Burger or your Linda McCartney, and then you have your Gosh and your Happy Pear, which are full of wholesome ingredients. And we meet somewhere in the middle, you know, the meaty texture plus the wholesome ingredients. And then we just launched a new product last week called the Everyday Roast. So it's only been on the shelves for a week, but so far so good. You know, sales have been strong this week.
Oh, brilliant. Well, Aisling, congratulations and lovely to meet you and the very best of luck this evening and in the future with the business and Thanks Plants. We have Kayla's Kitchen is back again. So there's Paula and the gang. And someone else new that we haven't met yet is Be a Bell, nominated by Susan Murphy, who's mum, but represented by Avon and Blottis there this evening. All 3, I think, on the couch. How are you guys? Congratulations. And tell us a little bit about Be a Bell.
So we started Be about 3 years ago now. So me and Avian are obviously sisters, with our mom, so we all do it together. We started off with just eyelashes, and now we have a range of eyelashes, makeup, and tan. Our tan is definitely our bestseller.
Yeah, definitely.
It's made in Ireland, and so is the packaging that it comes in, which is really, really important to us. My background is makeup. Avian's is business.
Yeah.
Avian's the boss. And then
and I'm the finance.
Yeah. She's the money woman.
I'm the money woman. Yes or no?
Well, I love that you said it was the bestseller, and then you all looked at each other to agree. Was that right? So,
Yeah, absolutely our bestseller. It's also made with Irish seaweed as well, so it's really hydrating on the skin, and we made it specifically for Irish skin. So a lot of us are quite pale naturally. So even if you're pale, it will still go brown on you rather than orange.
Well, fantastic. And congratulations on your nomination this evening. So a quick rewind before we announce the winner. So we have, I'll go straight on back for the news category. We have Saoirse Finucane up again with Trained In. We have Emma back again with Stride Bootwear. We have Thanks Plants and Aisling Cullen. And we have Paula Hughes and Kayla's Kitchen. And then Be a Bell, and the team led there by, I want to see, who do I say a name first? Was it Susan, Avian, or Blonnie? But anyway, we'll read it as it is on the screen. So, but the team with Be a Bell. The very best of luck to you all, and I'll pass to you, Tom, to announce the winner.
Okay, very best of luck, ladies. And the winner of the News Award for 2021 is the ladies from Be a Bell. Congratulations. Avian, Blonnie, and Susan. Congratulations, ladies.
Congratulations, and stunning. So we'll throw it up on the screen there. So a team effort nominated by the finance director, Susan Murphy said there, and represented. So well done. So what's the plans for the coming year? You've had some really good successes up to now. And where do you want to bring it in the next 12 months?
Well, we're always working on new products, and we love the fact our tan is actually manufactured in Ireland. That's to us is so important. So we're bringing out a new range to add to our tanning range, and we're always working on those behind the scenes. So we have a few products coming out this year to add to our tanning range, and then we're always working on new products.
Yeah. You have makeup as well.
Yeah.
Some more makeup.
Yeah. This is actually our first award as well. So this is very so exciting for us.
Well, congratulations. It's a strange world with us all on Zoom, and we're using the technology as best we can. But I'll give you as a little hint to everyone in the room, have a look at the chat. The congratulations are coming thick and fast to everybody, not just the winners, but to anyone that was nominated this evening, because I want to draw your attention to something, which is validation and the credibility as you go out there to be able to say you were a finalist in South Dublin Local Enterprise Awards. No matter what happens, you're recognized for your art, for your craft, for your enthusiasm, and for your passion with the business. So congratulations to everyone so far. We're not even halfway through, but we're flying. We're going through it quickly. Now, congratulations to the Be a Bell Beauty team.
Thank you.
Well done. So Tom, I'll bring you back onto this one, because this is a little small curveball, something that I know when we were telling the finalists here are the categories, but we have an extra category. It's a new one this evening, and it's recognizing green business. You might explain the background to this.
Yeah, well, I suppose, we have been talking about green businesses and sustainable businesses and the circular economy for quite a number of years now, and I think it's growing in everybody's mind now that we are pushed for our targets, and we've introduced our own Green for Micro program. But there's one business that has been green and very green from the get-go, and it was a great example for us in the county of what people can do. It's a company that makes a natural, use natural ingredients, use in terms of sourcing their packaging and their containers. Everything is done with the detail of looking at at the greenness of their product, the sustainability of all the materials that they use, and getting that message out there in a very, very, let's say, a very healthy way, is how I can put it.
So there's a few hints being dropped there.
There are a few hints being dropped. It's very hard to talk about something that's healthy and green without sort of giving something away. So my apologies for that. There is a little bit of a giveaway there.
Yeah, and I suppose that's what's different about it. There isn't a list for this. So it's a special award, a special prize. Would you announce the winner of the Green Business Award?
Yes, this Green Business Award is awarded to Ollie's Farm for Ollie's Honey. So,
congratulations, Ollie Nolan.
Wow, and, Ollie Nolan.
Back up on the screen. Do you know what? Justin was brilliant. He had his finger there on the pulse, ready to put you into the spotlight. Congratulations, Ollie.
Wow, thanks a million. Wow, I'm gobsmacked. Thanks a million, Tom. Thanks a million, guys, everyone down there.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Ollie.
Well, Ollie, in your introduction, you really gave a great background to the growth. You know, I start with 1 hive, it becomes 2, becomes 180. And it's very hard to stay true to your values of green, to be honest with you, because it's so easy to try and speed up and cut corners. But you haven't. You've stayed true to those ethics of being green and with a natural and healthy product. Isn't that right?
Yeah. Yeah, like that was one of the things when I decided to turn into a business, you know, like, and was like, I had people eating my honey before, you know, like I basically wanted to keep it real and keep it like the way it was from the beginning. And like, if I can't really do that, then there's no point. So, you know, like it has to keep expanding, but with the same kind of quality and I suppose like the ethos, you know, that I had from the beginning, if that makes sense.
It does. Do you know, though, I'm really disappointed about one thing, and that is I've realized that there's another downfall in being out in the same room. We can't try the samples of all the food and all the real artisan and crafts that we're seeing. So we can't try it. So we have to just take your word for it. So Ollie, where will we find your product?
You'll find my product in some of my local super values. For example, Super Value Knockline, Furhouse, down the county fair in the enterprise centre down in Tala on the main street. Where else? Over in Caveston's in Glasgow, down in Powerscourt Estate, Kilruddery. I have an online shop. I went bonkers last year. I had a terrible website that was sort of home built, and the guys down in the local enterprise office, we made a brand new website back in, I think it was 2019. We finished around June, July 2019, so just in time for COVID, and it's just been going like up. It's crazy. I can't really keep up. I'm kind of running out of honey at the moment. Next harvest is May, so I just gotta, to try and keep everybody sort of tied over till then. So I'm just sending orders.
Congratulations, Ollie, and we wish you the very best, and hopefully another bumper harvest in May onwards, and to keep you going in 2022 and beyond. Congratulations.
Thanks, Tom, Peter, Janice.
Congratulations, guys. Congratulations.
Well done.
Thank you.
So we're moving steadily along, and Tom, we're moving on to the 5th award, which is part and parcel of every business. And I think over the last 11, 12 months, COVID really has drawn this out of every business to be able to innovate.
Particularly small business, and to show that the agility and that these guys have in terms of being able to spot the little gaps and creating something that they can go for. Innovate. It's all about innovation, and we have that in abundance, which is great to see. And we are delighted with our shortlist of nominees here tonight, who have definitely been exemplars in innovation in terms of their businesses this year.
Well, thank you, Justin. You're doing Trojan work there, sticking pins in the map, literally, of some of our nominees. So let's throw them up on the screen and have a little wee chat. So our first nomination in the innovation category is Kira Sheehan and Orb Media. Hello, Kira.
Hi, how are you?
So innovation and Orb Media, tell us all about that.
So innovation and Orb Media started back in 2017, actually, which was when I met Tom on the New Frontiers Phase 1 program in Tala. And what happened was we discovered 360-degree technology and virtual reality technology, which lets you see completely around a house or a venue or a space. And when we saw the technology, we knew that it had legs and it had a market, but we had to validate the market and understand how we could meet the market's needs. And at the time, newspaper sales were going through the floor. Online content was becoming more and more easy to and free. So there was implications in the market. And we went on to build a small business in conjunction with another partner we had in meeting that need to tell the story of pubs and venues and to give consumers the inside view. But we realized very quickly we were missing something, and that something was data. So because we'd been in that space and we partnered with people like Samsung, we'd good access to technology, and two of our team, who are both from Tala, are really experienced and talented virtual reality designers and developers. So we kind of took the combination of the best of gaming technology and we took the best of virtual reality technology to build out Orb Media. And what we do at Orb Media is we create immersive brand experiences to help events and brands improve their customer reach with our VR data-driven platform. So we take so when you see a gamer with a headset on and they're completely immersed in their environment, we take that and we cook it so that you can see it on your phone. And as you're immersed in the event on your phone and you click on the various points of interest, we track your data. So we fill that experience with data that feeds your dopamine. So you're more and more engaged with the brand. And then we take that data and we deliver it back to the brand so they have a better understanding of your true emotional connection to their product.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. When we think that there's new areas that have not been discovered, it isn't always space travel. It could be the data around us, as you said. So well done, Kira. And congratulations on your nomination. And it's a fantastic category to be nominated in, especially at the moment. So congratulations and the best of luck. I'm going to move on then to Andrew Logan, one of the three guys in the picture here. Andrew, how are you? Good to see you. And tell us a little bit about Amok.
Yeah, absolutely. So I suppose we were founded back in 2013, and a similar story to the Bounce team. It was after a failed startup that me and the co-founders, we went and started interviewing with other companies. And it was just a common thread we started to come across. So we got together because a colleague of ours had just taken over an enterprise that literally was taking in the realm of $1 billion in revenue, but basically their process and their ability to change in time to market was just not there. So that's where we evolved the business to becoming continuous software delivery through automation, which is basically means that we remove the repetitive manual tasks from the end-to-end software lifecycle so they could get to market quicker. But because they're a company of that size, and if something goes wrong, they're on the news. So the quality had to be stepped up as well. So we actually started straight into the STEA, dropped into Leo, dropped into Plato, and I'll be honest, they were fantastic because we are the tech people, so you kind of discount HR, finance, sales, marketing, and they really bring it to the front because you realize how important that is pretty quick. So that's kind of where we came from and how we evolved then with Leo.
Yeah, super, Andrew. And Lenny's there with you too, is it?
He absolutely is. And as he signed us up for the award, he can get in here and say hello.
Hey guys, so nice to meet everyone. So yeah, just to echo Andrew's comments there, it's been great working with the Leo team, Peter, Justin and Tom, and they've really contributed to our growth over a very challenging year with COVID. We have clients in the aviation industry. We were able to work with those clients in terms of looking at how we deliver solutions for them and to really innovate and, look at turning those solutions from business requirements around really, really fast. And, examples of that would be with the changing COVID requirements for the flights, for US flights and that. So yeah, it's a really fast-paced environment, and it's really exciting and brilliant to be nominated. So best of luck to everyone.
Well, best of luck, Lenny and Andrew. Congratulations to you both and Amok. Now, I was always nervous because I just noticed, as I said at the start, John Clark was here watching what I'm playing with the music. But then I realized we have Peter Canning here as well. And the cobbler's wife is poor shoes, Peter. I can see the lights are perfectly behind you, but we can hardly see you with the lights on. Never mind anything else. How are you?
Very good. And you?
I'm really good. So tell, for those who don't know, high-res lighting. Tell us a little bit about you.
Hi, Res. Well, we're lighting designers. Really old now, talking to them, because we've been around quite a while as a design company. So there's a group of 5 of us here who are full-time. We're based out in Ballymount. We work right across the industry, mainly in the live events, but television, film sectors. So we've been involved in everything from Olympic opening ceremonies to Eurovision Song Contests to more here. You'd see Dancing with the Stars as a regular client of ours, where we design lighting, video systems, The Voice, lots of stuff for RTE, for TV3 and other broadcasters. And then in the last number of years, we moved into the area of virtual production, which was using LED screen technology for the film industry, which is where we met Leo originally and had discussions there about our new offices and revamping offices in 2019. So we had a huge growth planned, which we've been planning for nearly 18 months, which started on January 2020. Which was, we got out of an 18-month plan, we got 2 months into it before everything got cancelled, and then had to pivot quickly into the whole world of virtual production for film, which is where we're at the moment.
You know, and it is extraordinary. I think that one of the trends from innovation, and we've heard it from Kira, we've heard it from Andrew, yourself, Peter, and Shane is about to come up for the next nomination, is those little happy accidents. And I mean that with respect, you know, where there's 2 ways of looking at something as bad as the pandemic, and then it hits you hard and you're looking for areas. The whole virtual world has completely changed, Peter, hasn't it? It has really exploded because we can't do live events anymore.
I mean, absolutely. And I mean, there's the virtual event side, which is one side, which obviously we're seeing a huge growth in, but there's also the virtual production side for film. And that's, I mean, we're out the door at the moment with requests for that. I mean, one of the examples we did in November there was, for example, a film shoot that was looking at filming an entire sequence for a major broadcaster, international like streaming broadcaster, based on a train, and they couldn't film on a train because of COVID. So we recreated the entire train journey in Ardmore Studios using LED screen technology, which was unheard of at the time. So that's going really, really well, because it's seen as a way of safely working in a COVID environment, but also a very controlled environment, because you don't have massive amounts of people traveling, having to go around the world to particular environments, when you can bring those environments to a studio here.
Yeah, super. Well, congratulations on your nomination, and the very best of luck this evening. And our next nomination in the innovation category is New Planet, and Shane McMahon. Shane, good evening to you. How are you? Get you to unmute yourself there. There we have you. How are you doing, Shane?
Good, Noel. You're doing a great job there under difficult circumstances with this technology.
Oh, we're making the best of it. I tell you, if you ever see a swan, they look great above the water, but they're pedaling like crazy underneath, I can tell you.
I know the feeling. Noel, I'm not used to winning awards, so I better get my thanks in now before I don't get another chance to speak. And just thank everybody in Leo South Dublin. Their help has been totally and absolutely invaluable. We started out, my background is in sustainability over the course of the last 10 years, and I could see a really big opportunity to promote more circular economies. So effectively trying to turn waste, which things that are seen as waste, such as food waste or grease that is clogging up our drains, etc., and turn that into a usable commodity. And since that we've formed some really good partners, and a great company over in Navan that has come up with a machine that effectively turns food waste into high quality biofertilizer, and then we've added our own innovations onto that and enhanced that system in relation to telemetry. And the folks over in Leo have really helped us along with that. And apart from anything else, not just the funding, but the advice and guidance, and always being there to guide us through the early stages. I really can't thank them enough. So we've now, at this stage now, we're growing unbelievably. We've engaged with 3 major global players, production and is really ramping up, and we're expecting that next year's is just going to catapult the company into a multinational, certainly an international company. So that wouldn't have happened without Leo, and we're very, very thankful to all involved.
Oh, well, thank you, Shane, for addressing that and mentioning it. The very best of luck this evening. And a quick reminder of our nominations this evening for the innovation category. And it is it's a really tough category, especially because of the time that we're here. So we have Kira from Orb Media and watching your data with the virtual reality. Amok with Andrew and Lenny. And then we have Peter from High Res Lighting, and then Shane, the circular economy, well described there, and New Planet. A really tough category, but I think probably one of the most important ones, because I think one of the themes was mentioned this evening, Tom, was, you know, out of a failed venture, we came up with a new idea. But they're not getting that fail area. They're having happy accident and residual capability becoming a new part of the business.
Yeah, they refuse to be stopped from in their progress. They will always look for a new opportunity, and I think that's we talked about that agility earlier, and that ability to just to look around and spot new gaps, and it's incredible what these businesses have done and how quickly they've responded to the challenges. So, as you said, a very, very tough category, and congratulations to each and every one of them for getting nominated. So well done.
So we won't hold them any longer.
We have only one winner, unfortunately, for tonight. So, but as in all these categories, anybody that's nominated hasn't won an award. There are still other awards out there in terms of the overall. So, you know, you might come up again. So the winner for the Innovation Award for 2021 is Andrew and Lenny in Amok Software. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Andrew and Lenny, and a phenomenal achievement to be nominated in this category, I think, in itself. But explain the problem you solve. You know, we got the bones of it, but it came out of those little happy accidents where you're seeing these opportunities around you. Explain that a little bit more.
So I suppose a lot of our background would have come from working in software houses that had small budget, had to get to market very quickly, and had to be very aggressive. So we could get software and solutions out very quickly. So when that startup didn't work out that we'd worked in at the time, we'd started interviewing and looking at new solutions. We happened to start talking to a few enterprises, and they were just so behind. They literally, I get it's a bigger ship to steer, and there's a lot of legacy ideas you have to bring with you or you have to deal with. But when we went to them with ideas, that every single one of them we talked to or interviewed with bought it straight away and wanted us to join them. So that's when we put our heads together and said, right, maybe as doing this as a one-man show as an employee, we wrap this into a business and we start knocking frameworks out of it. So that's where we started delivering for one large enterprise in particular, which again, $1 billion. We went from 2 to 8 people literally in 6 months. We started to engage with Leo, realized how you do marketing, how you do sales. Then we landed the next enterprise customer, and then we started taking on subcontractors. All of a sudden we've HR problems, we've finance problems, and that's where we started to grow. And literally taking on Plato, where you lay out your strategy genuinely, and it's not just calling out for the sake of calling it out, was gold. It really was. Stepping back, working on the business versus in the business helped us move from the two of us starting at the beginning to between subcontractors and everything else, about 50, 60 people now. And it's been a fantastic journey.
Well, congratulations to you both. Andrew, if you can take Lenny down off the East Link Bridge there, it's still up and we don't want him to fall into the liffey underneath him. But congratulations to both of you. A very, very worthy winner of a very, very tough group. Tom, I'll bring you back in on this one because the Leo is always known, the local enterprise office is always known as the one-stop shop, but it's normally the place that you go from a startup point of view, where you want to find out how to start a business. And this is a very busy and very popular category, isn't it?
It is, yeah, because guys come in with their ideas and they're just looking to see. So our very first step, of course, is the feasibility. Is it going to work? You know, do we have something here? So when we get them beyond the feasibility stage and we get them through the programs, well, this is it. This is, you know, this is the this is the real test, and getting businesses that, that have shown, really, really incredible business traction, their ability, because a startup has to get up its hand in so many areas. They come in with their idea, but they've got to learn about finance, about marketing, about social media. They've got to learn so much so quickly, and they usually are very, maybe it's an individual at the start. So to build up that level of expertise, and then get the people around you, it's a hell of a job, and it's really, really, once you get them to that startup stage and see them grow, we feel it's, well, what a wonderful thing to see, and we're so delighted to see them grow and flourish. So it's a very important category.
Well, Justin has started to put them into the spotlight there for everyone to see. So we'll give them a quick shout out. So you've met a couple of these people already. So welcome back, Shane. Shane said, I don't win any awards, so I'll get this out of the way first. Well, Shane, you have another bite at the cherry. And this is to everyone in the room. You never know what category you're going to pop into here. You could get 2 or 3 few surprises along the way. So Shane, welcome back. And lovely that we spoke to you already. And Saoirse's back as well. Saoirse, great to see you again with Trained In the startup category. Kira is back also with Orb Media. So congratulations, Kira. And also back is Aisling with Thanks Plants. So they are our nominations in the Startup Award category. Tom, we might as well put everyone out of their misery.
It's hugely challenging. Another very difficult award, because absolutely wonderful individuals and wonderful entrepreneurs, and all set out, they'll all do very, very well. So it's a difficult one, but challenging one. So very best luck to all nominees. But the winner for this year is, for a Startup Award for 2021, is Shane McMahon from New Planet Sustainable Solutions.
Well, Shane, I think you've just broke the duck. You said you don't win anything. Congratulations.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Am I live there now? Can I speak?
Oh, you're live. You're live on Channel 4. Please do not swear.
Yeah, well, look, just a very quick one. We weren't expecting this at all. When Peter contacted us last week, we were absolutely delighted with just to be nominated, and everybody that's involved here tonight, some really exciting businesses. So yeah, we're delighted, absolutely delighted. I'm going to be walking around now. My girlfriend's going to find me hard to listen to for a few days. But I'm just going to wallow in it a bit. And I just like to say, Martin Hollis, my business partners, he's in here too somewhere. He deserves a mention. He's done very well and provided really much needed support. And thanks again to all in Leo. We just really could not have done this or grown so quickly without you. And I really appreciate all your help and support.
No, congratulations. And Martin Hollis, is it?
Yeah, he's there somewhere. He's lurking on the
there
back.
He is. We had to bring him in. Of course we'd have to. How are you, Martin?
Yeah, he's done.
There you have it.
How are you getting on? I'm over the moon, actually. I just ran out of the room, back in again. Brilliant. That's great. Shane worked seriously hard, and I'm really, really happy for him. He put serious work into this. Serious work. Well, I'm really happy for both of us.
Congratulations to you both, and I think it's recognition of an area that is so important in our lives as we go forward. And congratulations to you both, and to everyone in the New Planet team. So well done.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Not at all, and thank you very much. Now I have great pleasure to kind of take a small little break in the proceedings a little bit and rewind back about 3 weeks. My God, the time actually flies. It really does. And this happened. Have a look at this. And then representing Leo South Dublin, the Artisan Pizza Company. Since 2007, the Artisan Pizza Company have been bringing a taste of Italy to houses across the country with their Pizza del Piero brand. Their success now sees them sit on the shelves of all of Ireland's major retailers. And there's Kayla and Gampiero there in the bottom right-hand corner. And I know Michael and the judging panel were just dying to try and sample your pizza, along with some of the other food items that we would have had. So we won't hold it anymore. I'm going to hand over to Oisin Geoghegan to announce the winner of the Dublin region.
So, the winner of the Dublin Region Award is the Artisan Pizza Company, representing Leo South Dublin.
Congratulations, Cleona and Giampiero. And every time I see it, I go, I can't pronounce it the wrong way again. So anyway.
It's so funny.
How are you, Kayla? And you know, you can see it. I can see you nudging Gampier and said, he got it wrong. He got it wrong. So you better tell me more about Pizza da Piero, right? A little bit better. Congratulations, by the way. It was such a fantastic night. So for those that don't know, you are just on the road as you are nominated for the local enterprise awards. You move on then to represent in the regional awards and then hopefully into the national awards. So Tom, it was this time last year, I think, that the Artisan guys won.
Yeah, it is. It's been a long year, but you know, normally this would be held in the Mansion House in June, and because of COVID, everything got pushed on. So we discussed having it in September, October, and then we said, the guy said, look, we better. It was getting so bad, it was left till the new year. So they sort of nearly passed out our awards this year because we had planned to have our local awards. So it would have been strange if we had our national award, our local award for 2020 and 21, and the finals of 2020 weren't done yet for the national. Thankfully, it was completed last month, and we had very worthy winners in the Artisan Pizza Company in Cleon and Piero.
Well,
So we don't know when it's going to be in 2021 yet. So because of COVID.
No, we'll wait and see, and fingers crossed on that one. But Clona and Piero, I had a year to practice the pronunciation and I made a complete Horlicks of it. But anyway, tell us about your journey, because it does go back. I know we spoke about it that night, but for those of us that weren't there, it goes back 7 or 8 years, doesn't it?
A bit more, yeah. We started up in 2007 in Dublin City and moved out gradually to Rathmines a couple of years after that, and then out to Rathcoole in Greenogue. So that was in 2015. So we've been linking in with the South Dublin Enterprise Office since then, and yeah, it's been a fairly long road. In fairness, now 3 children Asian as well. So.
Well, that's why I said 7 years, because Tom told me they really only started until they move out to my patch, you know. So that's like, that was all that was. And the business has changed dramatically over that period of time. I know when you look back now, you can see it. At the time, you see the gradual changes, but you really have moved from a small startup into something that we're all very proud of to see you expand. So tell us a little bit about that journey.
Yeah, for the last year, since March, it's been kind of challenging because it went kind of frenetic and too far for our capacity. But it's been a long journey, and it's good to have control of the growth. But there was a challenge with the COVID eating the market and being just overwhelmed by the orders and the
demand.
Yeah, it's an artisan product here with bread maker. Selling bread, but the idea that we would just begin with these pizza bases and see how it went. And luckily for us, it's an easy sell because it was starting small and growing from the ground. And I suppose the product sold itself, which was great, but at the same time, it's an artisan product, so it takes time to produce it. So you don't want to go too fast. You're always trying to balance the quantity and that's always been a challenge for us here this year.
So I better explain for everyone in the room. We're watching everything you're saying because the sound is bouncing in and out, but we're getting the little bits in between us. So I'll get you to lean in towards the microphone, whatever it is. But we're getting what you're saying. It's all right.
Yeah. Okay.
But rewind back there, just the last 30, 40 seconds of what you said there.
That the product that we make, it's an artisan pizza base, and it's made using traditional Italian baking methods. So they don't get made very quickly, if you know what I mean. Machines don't really do it for us. So it takes time, and balancing the demand with the capacity has always been the challenge for us. And over the last year, with the lockdown and everyone wanting to eat at home or having to eat at home and not being able to go out, it means that the demand has surged, and that's been a wonderful
complaint for us, but at the same time, it's been challenging in its own way. So that's kind of where we've been at. But it's been a great year, and thank you so much to the National Enterprise Awards and to the local enterprise office, to Tom and Peter and everyone in there for their support, because it really means so much for us. You know, it's been a lot of hard work.
And I was going to ask you that it's you really are a product of the system of the local enterprise office and that journey. What, if anything, and it's really putting you on the spot, entering the awards, was it of benefit to you, and have you started to see that transfer into business?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I'll get you to lean into the microphone. It pops it up then.
Yeah, the volume of sales, we could see an increase in sales as well. The advertising, I could see my face on the bus stops, and
but it's great to hear that, because for everyone in the room who are nominated for the awards, and some people are continuing on in that journey, that validation and that little certification of being recognized in your area of space, it's really important. And as artisan, as you said, doing things a little bit different, really important to get that message across, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was just great recognition for our team of bakers as well, because everyone works so hard and they're, you know, trying to, you know, keep the shelves stocked on a daily basis, you know, Sunday to Friday. It's
work and work.
Yeah.
So it's good to have something to.
It's really nice to be able to celebrate, and cheer with our staff when we come back with an award like this. It was a big deal for us.
So I suppose if you were to sit in this room 12 or 24 months ago and you're nominated, if you think back to that time, what would you tell your nominated self back then? If you know, so your 2-year-old or 2-year younger self, any advice on the journey so far that people in the room might be able to take home with them this evening? You see, we can't take your pizza home with us tonight, so we have to take something away.
Keep going, keep it up, don't stop, and keep linking in with your enterprise office, because they're the people that will really make the difference for you. So you know, don't give up, and even if it's a hard slog, you know, it'll be worth it in the end.
Well, congratulations to you again. It was probably the longest coming awards that you deserved. It was about 10 months later. If you remember, you won it in March in the local area, and then we were hoping for the national to happen in May, but it only happened 3 weeks ago. So congratulations to you. We're all very, very proud of you, and we wish you the very, very best for the future.
Thank you. And thank you so much to all of you there, and the judges, and also to our customers, who are the people that we're always trying to please most of all. So thank you.
Well, congratulations, and thank you very much for sharing your story again tonight. So we're going to move on to the last award of this evening, and it is the overall winner. And in this category, we have some nominations taken from all nominations from all the categories, and this is a short list because this is a very tough category to find the overall winner. And it comes from, Tom, it comes from various different areas. We've had innovation, we've had startups, we've had the entrepreneurial spirit, food, drink, the ones to watch. This is the tough one, isn't it? It's the big one.
This is a tough one. And you know, this is one where it's a lot of the different elements in terms of what makes the company stand out that little bit more above the others. Again, there's been a lot of them here that are, as we said, they're nominated. A lot of companies that were there that were fighting for this award, but you know, it's, you know, we looked at a lot of different elements in this. You know, it's in terms of the team, their ability to grow, their opportunities of dealing with COVID, and their plans for the future, their global outreach. So there's a lot of elements that we took into this that were a business that was going to stand out as an overall winner this year.
So I think we'll announce some of the nominees, not some of them, we'll announce all of them, nominees in this category for the overall winner. So welcome back, Peter Canning. So we met you at High Res Lighting. You have been in the innovation category, and you have really pivoted your business, as you explained. And I still have this vision of the train in Ardmore Studios and bouncing around on an LED screen. But congratulations, and well done on being nominated in the overall award.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's amazing, and it's also I suppose a recognition of the guys that work with us as well. I have to say that Carrie-Anne, Eliza, Mark, Linda, because it's all of these. As we found, it's been such a strange year for everybody. It's been very stressful for everybody. It's been, literally, as I said at the beginning, the carpet was pulled out from under our feet last March, like everybody. So everything we planned for had to change. And of course, just a big thanks to the Leo office, because again, the support that we had with the development of what we were trying to do was huge. The support to get from Leo to be able to do that, because we wouldn't have been able to do it otherwise, particularly in a point where you're worrying about all the other regular things that you're doing with the business.
Yeah, so very well said, Peter. So congratulations. And I know he was in the room earlier on. We can't seem to find him at the moment. Was Jim Dunn from Smart Studio. So Jim, if you're back in and the name has changed and we can't find you on the screen, give us a quick shout out there. But if not, I'll continue and I'll come back to you. But give us a shout if you're there and we can't find you. Also nominated is Jim and Smart Studio, and you can see some of the things that they do there in one of the pictures on the screen. And welcome back to Andrew and Lenny from Amok. So I think Andrew has left you on top of that Eastlink Bridge there, Lenny. You're still there above the lift. So welcome back, and congratulations on being nominated in the overall award. It recognizes, I think, some of the things that Tom mentioned. But you want to thank your team as well, I think, Lenny?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, this is all about the team. We have a team of, nearly 50 people, and they're working with our clients day to day. They're the ones who are driving the innovation and driving the solution, and they're supporting the growth. And myself and Andrew are, kind of behind the scenes, facilitating and supporting the teams. But it's those guys that are on the front line. So, it's a great honor, I guess, for the team to be nominated for both of the awards tonight. But yeah, this is for you guys.
So Andrew, now you get to return the favor. I think Lenny added into you, so now you can add into Lenny on that.
Absolutely. Look, I suppose it stands to the team we have, but even a comment, the private chat with Lenny here is going in the background, and I must admit the first thing he said when you announced us for the overall or for the innovation award was, we must send the team little trophies. So look, at the end of the day, the team you hire, getting the right people on board and looking after them does everything. It really does.
Well, congratulations to you. And we have one more team to announce, and they're still there. There's Susan, Aveen and Blonnie. Congratulations to you. To be nominated in the overall award is a massive achievement. So for Be a Bell.
Yeah, we're so happy. We actually couldn't be here if it wasn't for our sales manager as well, Craig. He's actually watching on Zoom now. Yeah, so we couldn't have done it without him. And then we have our two girls in our warehouse. They actually pack up all our orders for us. So without them, we wouldn't be here. Yeah.
And I have to say, when you talk, I didn't realize when you went to Leo that you got mentors.
Oh yeah.
This was all a new experience for us. And I have to say, the advice you get from your mentors is second to none.
Yeah.
You live in your own little bubble when you create your own business.
Yeah.
And you go along in your bubble, and all of a sudden you meet someone outside that bubble. Yeah. And they sometimes validate what you're doing, and it's amazing.
Second to none.
Well, congratulations to all four. So a quick rewind. We have Peter Canning for High Res Lighting. We have Jim Dunn on Smart Studio. We have Andrew and Lenny there for Amok. And we have the team from Be a Bell, Susan, Aveen and Blonnet. Tom, it's the last award of the evening, but one of the most toughest one to decide. I'll leave you to open the envelope and announce the winner.
It was a very tough one to decide, but again, it's a celebration of all these wonderful companies here tonight. So thanks to all for your applications and for getting involved. And we would, you know, it's such a joy for us to work with businesses like you guys. So, but this award goes to a highly innovative company with a strong team who have created a name for themselves in the virtual production sector, demonstrating the quality of their Irish-based productions to the global TV and film studio and quality assured. The award goes to Peter Canning of High Res Lighting.
Congratulations, Peter.
Geez, I'm shocked. I don't know what to say. Jim, thanks so much. I mean, I'm actually more shocked at when you look at the quality of all the other businesses that are in both in these categories and the whole awards. It's amazing. So I don't know what to say. I think recognition is amazing. I think, as I said earlier on, the point here about teams, we're really lucky that there's a really good group of people, both the 5 people that work here full time with us, but also there's a number of a huge amount of contractors, freelancers, and other businesses that work with us. With the film industry, as you'll find, there's not one element that sort of provides the service. It's hugely both creative but also interactive from the point of view that you interact with other businesses. So I think it's a huge recognition for us, but also for all of those people. Some of which I have to say, even some of the freelancers that are working with us or some of the contractors were really, really hardly hit. Had their livelihoods literally pulled from underneath them over the last 10, 12 months, and have even been coming in here and doing training and learning, mainly with the support, being able to have the equipment and the pieces that we had with Leo to do this. It's been a huge support. So we might be just the ones winning the award, but there's actually a much bigger outcome on that. So thanks so much to everybody from Leo, for Lisa as well. As somebody mentioned, the mentors earlier on there, Lisa Cunningham and Peter and Tom. They've been absolutely amazing for us over the last 12 months. So thank you so much.
Congratulations. And you mentioned your team, and it really has been a pivot for yourself and the team over the last while, but it was probably going to happen anyway. A lot of people say that it would have happened much slower, a pivot to some of that technology, but it's really been forced because of the pandemic and what we've been experiencing, haven't we?
Sure. And I mean, that was our big thing. I mean, this was a 3-year to 5-year expansion plan for us. We were always planning on doing it. I mean, and when I look back, I mentioned earlier on, when we went into last January, we had just redesigned Riverdance 25. It was touring in Europe, touring in America. We had we had 2 major productions for Netflix and Amazon Prime, both running in Ireland. We were set up for the best year that we'd ever had, and it was been planned years in advance. And then within a 48-hour period, everything was cancelled. So, you know, there was the worry from the fact of how to run the business, like literally feeling that you were at a cliff edge because every single thing that you'd planned for the last 18 months had just suddenly gone. And then, of course, when you dusted yourself off and realized, well, actually, there is sort of some light in the tunnel, but we have to go in this direction. And then, of course, as running a company, when you realize, okay, well, we'll speed up this sort of route, all of the challenges associated with that, both financial and resources. And of course, by speaking to Leo, those resources were helped hugely. And we're seeing the rewards of that now from, you know, as I said, what we were going to do over 3 to 5 years has been done in nearly 12 months. So it's been a huge learning curve and every emotion under the sun.
Well, congratulations, and a very worthy winner, and we wish you the very best. Tom, I'm going to pass to you to pass your comments to Peter and to close out the award ceremony this evening.
Yeah, well, I might, if I'll just check, I want to check one more time if after our Mayor, Councillor Ed O'Brien is in the room, and if we could have a chance maybe to close out the award before, because I think I'm sorry we had a problem at the start. I think he's there now. Is that correct?
He is indeed, and he's just joined us, and there we have him.
I want to apologise to you personally. I don't know what happened with our technical hitch at the start, Ed. So from opening to closing, but it's really important that you're here. And now that you've witnessed the awards, I'd love if you could maybe give us your closing comments. And thanks for joining them. Again, apologies at the start.
No, not at all, Tom. Not at all. Listen, even this far into the pandemic, we're all still getting used to the new technology and virtual settings, etc. I'm only grateful that I don't ever have to set up any of these meetings because they wouldn't ever get off the ground if it was left to me. But look, listen, I would, first of all, obviously, welcome everybody here this evening, and congratulate everybody on their participation, and congratulate everybody who has been nominated and who has won awards here this evening. And as Noel alluded to earlier on, it's an achievement of itself just to be nominated in any of the categories. And it's terrific for me. I'm a small business owner myself. It's terrific to see such a variety of businesses operating across the county, and wonderful that we can get you all together this evening in this virtual setting to celebrate your achievements. It's to be perfectly honest, in the current climate, it's an achievement just to be here and to be still afloat, given everything that we've had to face over the last year or so. I would, if you'd indulge me, just acknowledge, it's hard to see them all, but I think a number of my councillor colleagues are here on the call as well, and I might just acknowledge, I see Charlie O'Connor and Yvonne Collins, Lynn McCrave and baby Pepper Pandan, who are anxious to join us this evening and show their support for all of the businesses here this evening. Look, it's very important, particularly in the current climate, that we take the opportunity like tonight to celebrate the wonderful achievement of our micro businesses in South Dublin. 2021 or 2020 has been a year like no other, to the point where you nearly forget about the Brexit implications because we have been struggling to deal with all of the COVID implications. And it is great that the local enterprise office provides the supports that it does in an effort to get us through. And during the past year, we've seen some extensive business supports extended by the local enterprise office across the county. Financial support extended to micro and small businesses, totaling some 33.5 million. That included restart grants, business continuity vouchers, client stimulus grants, and trading online vouchers across thousands of businesses. I believe some 672 businesses took up trading online vouchers, which included some coming from traditional businesses and others coming from up and running and new startups. Business service providers have sought to develop or expand new business opportunities when faced with trading restrictions and closed premises. So no customers or client meetings face-to-face has presented its own challenges. And again, this is somewhere where the local enterprise office has endeavoured to assist. In relation to the LEO here in South Dublin, located at County Hall, you're all familiar with it. You've all had experience of it, and it was wonderful to hear so many of you speaking in such glowing terms of everything that's happening, and particularly the mentoring service got a great mention, and it's wonderful for us in South Dublin to have that acknowledgement and to see that the work that is being done is appreciated and is helping you guys to make the strides that you need to make. I'm delighted to have been invited here this evening to get the opportunity to meet with you all, albeit in a virtual setting, and I hope that it's not too long before we can be meeting again physically. And I might just take the opportunity, as I can see them at the top of the screen, to congratulate the Artisan Pizza Company on all of their achievements. You've been great ambassadors for South Dublin along with everything else over the last 12 months, so thank you very much for that. All of you are an inspiration to all entrepreneurs, and you represent the future of new and innovative business growth and development locally. And I know I started this morning by speaking with my local business-to-business networking group here in Lucan, an awful lot of whom made their first steps in business through the local enterprise office and are now flourishing and networking with each other and getting on. So that's a kind of a hint at, from small seeds and all of that, grow great ventures. The last thing I'd like to say is, again, offer a note of appreciation to everyone who's here, offer a note of congratulations to everybody who has won an award, particularly Peter on winning the final award of the night, and I won't say the most prestigious, they're all prestigious, but you've got a flavour from the Artisan Pizza Company of what's ahead of you for the year, Peter. So I hope you're tooled up and ready to go, and I wish you every success and have no doubt that you'll go from strength to strength on the back of the award this evening. And finally, I'd like to thank South Dublin County Council and the local enterprise office for the invitation again here this evening to the local enterprise awards. It has been no less enjoyable for being in a virtual setting. And I hope that despite that setting, that you all take the opportunity this evening to unwind wherever you are and celebrate your achievements over the last number of years with a drop of whatever it is you fancy yourselves, and enjoy the rest of the evening. So thank you very much. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak and the opportunity to be here, and the very best of luck to everybody over the next 12 months.
Thank you so much, Ed, Mayor. And it's really there, you know, I think that it has been a great opportunity for us we love when you can come to these events like this, because it's very difficult to get a setting where we can get so much of a cross section of what's happening in South Dublin into one room for you and your councillors to see, because there's some amazing businesses in the council. So you thank you for those words, and thank you to all the councillors that have joined us this evening. I have a few more thank yous to say before I leave. I also want to thank our special guests, as you said, Artisan Pizza Company, for coming as well. To my colleagues in South Dublin County Council, and to our friends in South Dublin Chamber, welcome too, and thank you for coming. But to our incredible host this evening, I want to say a special thanks to Noel. I know Noel is a celebrity in the micro and small business community across the country. Noel, you do it so well, so effortlessly, and you know, I've always said, and from the first time I met you, you have such a passion for startups and for entrepreneurship and for enterprise, and you are an incredible ambassador for that in this country. Thank you, and congratulations for what I think was a great award. As the Mayor said, you know, despite the challenges of COVID, we have had an enjoyable evening here this evening, I think, anyway, and a good celebration. So thank you for that. To my team in the local enterprise office, to Justin, to Sandra, to Peter, and all, you know, that have put the week together and tonight together. You know, they've been working behind the scenes, and they've all been supported by, as you mentioned, the team. Not such a big team, as you said, we had, you know, it's quite a small team, but it's a very hard-working team. So to the rest of the team, to Janice, to Denise, to David, Rowena, Greg, Niall, and Patricia, thank you all. They've been working so hard from their homes in the last year. Like everybody else, we've had to adapt, but we've managed to keep a very busy ship on the road and to keep things moving along. So thanks to all of those. You're great guys and great teams. I'm very lucky to have you supporting me. And then, as I said, to South Dublin County Council, who have, and Enterprise Ireland, who are our stakeholders and funders. Thank you to those. Just to say as well that South Dublin County Council have confirmed that we're going to be putting a spade into the ground to build a new innovation centre here in South Dublin. That's going to commence later on this year. It'll be finished by the end of 2022, and will be open for our budding entrepreneurs and growing enterprises at the start of 2023. So we're looking forward to that. It doesn't seem so far away anymore. It did seem, you know, when we're done with it, but now it's happening. We're excited, and we know it's in the making. So, and finally, I'll say to Peter, I'll take up from what the Mayor has said. Yes, you know, you're following on in our award winners from 2020, and we wish you the very best. We know you'll serve the county proud, and you'll be an inspiration to others as well. So thank you to everybody for a wonderful night, and likewise, I will be picking up a glass later, and I will be enjoying the evening. So thanks to everybody, and thanks again. Back to you, Noel. Thank you.
Well done, Tom, and thank you very much for hosting this evening. And you're getting a big virtual round of applause, as you can see yourself. And I will clarify what I said. I said it was a huge team in South Dublin. What I really meant was huge in ability and small in numbers. So there you are. But thank you to Justin and to Peter and yourself this evening. So all that's left to say is look after yourselves. Stay safe, stay positive, stay innovating, and this will pass. And as somebody said earlier on, why waste a good crisis? You're hearing so many people there have innovated in so many different ways, and we're really looking forward to seeing how all your businesses develop over the next couple of months, and as we transition out of hopefully the lockdown soon. So look after each other, stay safe, and thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and congratulations to everyone involved. Slán.
Slán.
Thanks, Noel.
Thank you.